Ricky, I want to be in the show.
Well, yeah, but you've got your own show.
But I'm Renee. I was talking about Lucy.
Oh, okay. Well, you have your own show, too.
I know.
This is your show here.
I know this is my show, but I was introducing Lucille Ball with her famous, Ricky, I want to be in the show.
Well, she's in the show.
She is the show.
She is the show. She was Hollywood at one time.
We love Lucy.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Dun, dun,
And she lived near me when I was a kid, you know. You probably didn't know that.
No, I didn't.
Desi and Lucy had a vacation home in Rancho Santa Fe, which was about 10 miles from where I grew up. And we all knew that. And my mom and I would sometimes drive over there and see if we could find their house and see if they were like...
Oh, God, you're stalkers.
Yeah, we did that.
Ooh.
Only a couple of times.
I love Lucy.
Of course, nowadays you could get their address. Back then, you know, you just had to guess.
You had to take the scenic bus tour.
Yeah, somebody had a Desi Lou license plate, so maybe that was the house.
I don't know. We'll never know now. Here's Lucy.
Actually, it's Brian White, and welcome to Season 3, Episode 42 of Celebrity Souls Speak with Brian and Renee. Conversations from the other side. Lucille Ball. My wife, Renee, is a spirit communicator. She speaks to those on the other side, and I've been a radio personality for over 50 years. The other side established communication with us because they wish to stay in touch with this dimension. They are our teachers, the invisible knowledge that helps us on our way. They have much to share and hope that those who listen will reflect on their messages.
Hello. Thank you to our listeners in Los Angeles, California, Adelaide, South Australia, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Denver, Colorado, Bradenton, Florida, Omaha, Nebraska, Montevideo, Uruguay, London, England, Stamford, Connecticut, Columbus, Ohio, Waukesha, Wisconsin, Dallas, Texas, Bend, Oregon, New York, New York, Chelmsford, Massachusetts, San Jose, California, San Diego, California, and Las Vegas, Nevada. Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoy our little presentation. This conversation was recorded live. No editing, except to speed up for your listening pleasure. I have many private conversations with those on the other side. Along with producing this podcast as a way for them to communicate with you, they're also assisting me on my own journey. The first part of this conversation is my contact with Lucy. This is one of those times where she came to me unexpectedly, which is fine with me. I was at my desk with one of my cats, Lily, who likes to lay across my desk while I'm trying to write. I hear, in that place in my mind, "What a sweet cat." Female? Yes. Lucille Ball? Lucy says, yes. Very good. Oh my, hello. Thank you for contacting me. And Lucy said, well, we have spoken before, but we never got the chance yet to have a real conversation. I know that you were loyal to the Lucy character, and I know that you don't know the real Lucille Ball as she was there, but they weren't really that far apart. Lucy is me in some ways. Anyway, I saw that you had so much love for that character that I just wanted to thank you for having love, even if it's for a non-real person. Well, I understand, and I always felt that I knew I was watching an act, a portrayal, just like this life is a play. But I was also drawn to Lucy, the soul, I believe. Don't know why, but I so enjoy even now your portrayals. Lucy said, I'm here to help you with this part of your journey. We are family in the soul family way. And I'm doing this because I see the potential that everyone else but you can see. And I want to help you pull back the veil. Well, that is so kind of you. Thank you. And I know a lot of spirits prefer to remain anonymous, so I especially appreciate knowing it's you helping. That means something. Lucy said, I know. That's why you're hearing this. Okay, what do we do? Lucy said, how about an interview? I said, yeah, great. And here it is. Every day when I got home from school, I would have a snack and watch I Love Lucy, one of my fondest childhood memories. I've watched everything that Lucy ever made, I believe, including The Lucy Show and Life with Lucy. I love to watch her act, and have never met her, but I knew her. She visited me once when I was composing a Christmas greeting for Facebook, but I haven't gotten back with her yet. I have a list. She popped in and would like a chance to speak with you. Hi, Lucy. Lucy said, "Hi, darling. How are you?" "Great. Excited to be working with you." "Well, I'm happy to help out any way I can." "Thank you. So let's talk about you, or let's talk about the character Lucille Ball. We're really interested in your death and subsequent transition, what it was like, how you felt, what you saw, any advice you can give us. Whatever you want to discuss, the floor is yours." Lucy said, "Well, I have things to say after we go through this. I was sick and knew it was time, but it was really sudden. Something exploded and I was dead. I did see my body from the ceiling, and it took a moment for it to sink in that I was dead. But I wasn't dead. If I was dead, we wouldn't be talking now, would we? That's why I don't get that people don't believe in our eternal life. How could you not? Haven't there been enough demonstrations? What more do you need in order to start including this part of your lives in your thoughts and planning? If you had known what life was really about, would you be leading the life you are now? Doubt it. We are love and compassion and acceptance, and every good word you can come up with. There's nothing negative here. We exist, and that existence is ours alone. You spoke of this today. We are not attached. We are singular entities of light and energy. We choose to have journeys. Some have no choice. They must learn lessons and therefore have to repeat this journey. Others, like me, are ascended and are able to navigate to other realms and dimensions. Would you share your transition experience? I believe the more we talk about this, the easier it will be for people to understand. Lucy said, "After I saw myself and realized I was dead, I did see the tunnel and bright light. I knew to go there. I went through, and suddenly I was in a field, and a voice told me not to worry. I was okay, and to relax. All would be revealed shortly. And I asked if I was dead, and it said, 'You are home.' I just sat there, and my family came to get me. We went to the welcome home party that you know about. Then you get processed into your new existence. You see, once you get there, you are joined with your spirit, which is where the larger part of your soul exists. Your whole soul does not come to earth with you, just a part. And when you come home, you are reacquainted with the rest of you. I know. Sounds unbelievable, but it's true. Mankind in this form cannot understand the intricacies of this existence. So that's why we tell you what we can. The rest will hold until you're here and have the need for that information. Have you been back here in another lifetime? Lucy said, "I will never return. It is too messed up for my existence. There are so many choices. You can pick your experiences, so why not choose something more pleasant?" Did you accomplish your goal here? Lucy said, "For the most part. There are some things that on reflection I could have done better, but overall, yes, my journey was successful." What makes you happy? Is there a happy that naturally occurs as your state of mind? There's no emotion, so what is happy there? And is there another way you can relate? Lucy said, nothing and everything. Here, there is nothing but happiness. You don't have opinions, emotions, feelings as in human life. We don't judge. There is no good and bad. We just exist alongside each other, doing what pleases our soul, and we are happy. Can you share some of what you do? Lucy says, mentor, for example. I think everyone you talk to will give you this answer. There is nothing more satisfying than being able to help someone watch them go from lost to found. I know you can't be specific about the person, but can you tell us about the experience? What do you do to help someone? Lucy says, nice way to go around it. I have many lifetimes, you know, so it just depends on what a person needs. In my life as Lucy, I made people smile, made them happy. So I tend to help those folks as well as some of my other skills in my other lives. I did enjoy this Lucy incarnation the most. So when someone needs joy and laughter in their life, I usually volunteer if they know who I am. Ah, I see how I got chosen. Lucy said, loyal fan. What kind of things do you teach? Like in comedy, how to tell a joke, like that? Lucy said, sometimes it can be that simple. A matter of timing most of the time. People lack the patience it takes to wait for that beat. There is that one moment in time that the words are heard and digested, that you have the opportunity to suggest a thought. Too fast, people haven't had that moment to digest. Too slow, lose interest. Took too long to materialize. It's the beat. I've been asking most of the questions. You said you had things to say. Please feel free. Lucy said, well, I already said quite a bit. I have no patience. Do you perform there? I know the musicians still play some type of music. Do you act? Lucy said, in a manner, we do have entertainment, not necessarily the same as what you experience, but the same concept. Make people happy with your story. Is there a yin to the yang? There has to be a balance, or is that not true? Lucy said, somewhat. It is never 50-50. You are always striving for balance. We don't have feelings and emotions. Those are human attributes. You aren't meant to completely understand. We really prefer that you allow us to show you what you need to see and when you need to see it. You are learning more about this realm, many of you that have a communication link. There's much being revealed to mankind. It's a careful calculation, and most of the time it is at a balance, but that's your job, trying to bring it to 50-50. So, are you saying that we shouldn't seek the advice of our spirit team? Lucy said, oh no, didn't mean that. I mean that you shouldn't ask too many questions about how things work here. You will know when you have to. You will know when you know. So I know that sometimes you whisper in our ear, why can't you just put the thought there? Lucy said, you would prefer to have someone just intuit it. Some can. Most have no clue, and we have to walk that fine line between instructing and interfering. Where do we go now? You're driving. Where do you want to go? Lucy said, I would like to shake everybody there and yell, wake up. They are so unconscious, and it is the fault of society to censor what people know. You are being manipulated into thinking what those in power want you to think. You do not think for yourselves anymore. The inventions meant to enhance mankind are the ones that are destroying it. Mankind went down the wrong road, chose the wrong fork. It chose greed and malice and judgment instead of the virtues that are built into your human soul, but that are not utilized. Well, if this wasn't what was intended, that makes no sense. Why wouldn't the universe just change direction or course correct? Lucy said, don't forget, there is also free will. There is a plan, a beginning and end. Along the way, there are hurdles to overcome. But for the most part, you are given the choice. You always have a choice. You know right from wrong. You choose to do wrong. And sometimes that changes other smaller roads along your path. It has to reset your path, course correct. You will end up where you are supposed to, but you changed events along the way. The purpose of your journey is to learn and grow and to apply these learnings to your life. It doesn't matter when you learn these lessons. You are never too old to put them into action. As long as you are still breathing, you can walk the path you were intended to. I think that's such an impactful statement. I used to say I'm too old to change, but now I know better. You can change anytime you want. I just have one last question. What did you learn from this experience? Lucy said, wow, a good one. I learned that you can't trust people. They are not evolved enough to understand right from wrong. There are no white lies or little fibs. Wrong is wrong. Doesn't matter to what degree it is. And many people do not care how they maneuver this life they are given. They will not obey even the most basic tenets. There is so much hypocrisy in your society. Go to church and go home and beat your wife. People claim to be Christian or God-fearing or whatever they want to call their way to worship, but they don't hesitate to lie, cheat, and steal for their own benefit. Many complain that there is no book or instructions on the rules of how to navigate this life. You aren't given direction about this life from the universe so that we can see who you really are, how you really act in adversity. Show your true colors. Those are the areas that you need to overcome. The reason for some to return to this experience because they didn't get it the first time. There is a book of instruction. It's called the Bible. Some of your questions will be answered there. And if there is any doubt or you need direction, speak to us. There are so many spirits here that just wish to help, to give direction. Ask the question. You will get an answer. Lucy, thank you so much for speaking with us. Lucy said, you are most welcome. Anytime. Sometimes the answers don't come immediately. Sometimes they come in the form of a dream or a sign like a certain song or seeing a billboard or a license plate, or another person may have that answer for you and it comes up in conversation. Pay attention is my message. We're all psychic. Some choose not to develop their ability, but they're also being directed, even though they don't recognize it. Acknowledge it. Pay attention. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for joining us. Join Celebrity Souls Speak on Facebook at facebook.com/The Celebrity Souls Speak. And check out Renee's blog at commonsenseinwilmingtonnc.blogspot.com. Sense spelled CENTS.